Hey everyone, this is Chris, sometimes known as LOTR Deck Tech, bringing you another video, this time taking advantage of our newest hero, Folco Boffin, in order to do some different secrecy shenanigans. As you may have noticed, this is not a very official image of this hero. He is so new that this is the best picture I could find online, thanks to Beorn from Hall of Beorn. Card Game DB doesn't have anything. It's a little silly. This hero is great. Unfortunately, he's also not an octagon yet, so I need to do some maintenance. My starting threat is 22, right? 8, 6, because he's a hobbit. And 8, yeah. Alright, so the goal of the deck a little bit is sort of typical secrecy shenanigans, plus a little bit of victory display manipulation thanks to Rossiel. So here we are, taking on the Hill Troll in Journey Along the Anduin. I wish I had something to do with this resource this turn, but I don't think I'm going to. Let's Daron's Runes. Draw 2, and out of all of these, I think this Ent is probably... Oh, but I could play this Ent right now. Let's discard Gildor. I only have one Gildor copy, but the deck will certainly function without him. Let's pay 2 resources for this Wandering Ent. Immediately discard Folco Boffin to drop my threat down to 15. Pay this 1 resource for Timely Aid. And out of all of these, by which I mean these 2, I'll take Gimli. Shuffle this deck up, put this over here. Alright, let's go to Quest. So that is 5. Could be a little rough early on. I'm going to give Theodred his own resource, so if I need to I can sneak in Gandalf, or so I can put Steward in play next round. See what I draw. Despair does literally nothing. I really like these old treacheries that could just completely whiff. Alright, so we sent 5. There's 2 here. 1, 2, 3 progress. I will travel to Banks of the Anduin because I would love to keep seeing that Banks of the Anduin as the game progresses. On to the next round. Oh, perfect. 1, 2. Steward of Gondor on Rossiel. Give her 2 resources immediately. She can also hold on to the rod so we can draw some cards. I'll spend 1 of these resources for Strider. Send that to the bottom. I got 4 characters right now, so she is at 1, 2, 3, 4 willpower. I will possibly forget to adjust that later on, so if I do, I'm sorry. Questing, I'm going to send everyone again. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I put this resource on Theodred. Yeah, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 8 progress. 3 of them goes on here. 5 on the quest. This goes back to the top of the encounter deck, so I should see it again in the next round. And before we move on, I'm going to use the rod to draw a card, even though that one is not particularly great. Pay 2 to draw a card. This might be good eventually, but I don't have anything in the victory display. I know what is coming during the quest this round, so I can just send these 2. Put a resource on Theodred. Send 3. Hey look, it's Banks of the Anduin. I still make 1 progress. Travel back to the banks. And we move on to the next round. Out of all of these, I think I want Air Store, because he lets me funnel card draw. So I can drop this Strider and draw a replacement. That helps. Yeah. Alright, so pay, because we're still in secrecy, one of these resources to play Out of the Wild. Look at the top 5 cards of the encounter deck. These are not going to be super helpful. I'm not really planning on having Rossiel defend much, but I think I will take this one out, just because that when revealed effect can be pretty nasty, and it's an enemy card that I would have to engage no matter what. Alright, so we add these two to the victory display. And then I think 1, 2, 3. We'll play Keena's Lances to draw 3 cards. And this also goes to the victory display. Alright, not bad. I need to commit a little more to the quest this time. I didn't shuffle this maybe. Because I know, I am reminded that that copy of the Brown Lands is in there, the 5-threat location. Alright, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. I will give the resource to Rossiel, so I can cancel those orcs if they show up. Enchanted Stream, that's not bad, actually. I sent 9, there's 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Progress. Banks the Anduin back onto the top of the deck if you don't fail to drag it all the way. And I'm going to leave Enchanted Stream. I like drawing cards. So let's move on to the next round. 2 extra resources. Discard this copy of Strider in exchange for an Ent. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4. Treebeard is a big deal. It's going to be one of the few ways that we have to deal with enemies this big. Alright, so let's quest 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 again. Put the resource over here one more time. Oh. I can't believe I forgot in the past minute that this card was on top of the encounter deck. So I sent 9. There's 4 here. Make 5 progress. Travel to the banks of the Anduin. And we move on to the next round. Oh, I definitely sent less than 9 because Rossiel is back to just 2 willpower after I played Treebeard. That's 2 fewer progress. Treebeard gets a resource. I will pay 3 for this Welling Hall Preserver. I love these Ents. They have such ridiculous stats for their cost. And I have resources right now for sneak attack or, well, basically just for sneak attack. So that's fine. Now I don't know what's coming. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, double hill troll. 4, I make 5 progress. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thanks the Anduin back to the top of the encounter deck. Oh, Gimli's ready. Not that that matters. Let's just go to the next round. I don't think I need to Gandalf or travel yet. Although that might make a difference for me. Let me do 1, 2. Play this Warden of Healing. Treebeard should have an extra resource. I will immediately heal up. No, sorry. Forgot. This is a quest with Necromancer's Reach. I'll wait until after we've revealed our encounter card for the round in order to heal with the Warden of Healing. so I know Banks of the Anduin is on top. That's 5 coming out of the encounter deck. 3, 4. What is worth sending? I might as well send these 2. That's 3. She doesn't exhaust, but 3, and I'll send Aristor because he doesn't have any useful combat stats. I will give the resource to Theodred. Alright, so I'm sending 5. I know what's on top. I make no progress. Travel back to the Banks of the Anduin. If I engage this round, I have 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10. I have 10 damage on a hill troll. Alright, so let's not engage a hill troll. I will use sneak attack to put Gandalf in play. I'm gonna drop my, oops, that was wrong. My threat was at 20. Threat was at 21. I'm gonna drop it by 5, which puts it down to 16. And then, while my threat is still low, I'm gonna play Timely Aid. Get the top 5 of these. Grab this Ent. So the Ent is in, but exhausted. I don't have any enemies, so I can't fight right now. So Gandalf is just going to come back to my hand. Warden of Healing can heal 2 damage this round. And I'm going to move on to the next. I think we're going to kill one of the trolls next round. Unless something terrible happens. I will pay one of these for a resourceful. Still commit him to the quest, give him a resource, spend a resource for sneak attack, and have enough for Eldahir next round. Do I want to draw any cards? Because I could just buy cards right now. Let's go for it. Okay, that's useful, but not right away. So, let me quest. 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll send both of these, so that's 11. Unrevealed. Raise my threat by 1, 2, 3, 4. She's not exhausted. Okay. We're at 21 against 4. So I make 7 progress. 1, 2, 3, oops. 4, 5, 6, 7. Thanks, the Anduin is on the top. I will travel to Enchanted Stream this time. And Fid gives his resource to himself. I will engage a hill troll. He gets a shadow card. I will have Treebeard defend because I know that that shadow card is Banks of the Anduin. So Treebeard takes 3 damage. I don't raise my threat because he doesn't die. 2 resources to ready Treebeard. Let me just count to make sure I can do this. 2, 4, 8. I need 12. Yep. So we play a sneak attack to put Gandalf in. I'm going to drop my threat by 5 again. So we're back to 16. And we swing. 2, 4, 8, 12. Add 1 troll to the victory display. While we're doing this, I will heal 1, 2. End of combat, Gandalf comes back to my hand. Refresh, readies both of these preservers, so Treebeard gets healed. And I move on to the next round. And this card unfortunately goes back to the top of my deck because you're not allowed to draw cards with Enchanted Stream in play. Rossiel gets extra resources, so does Theodred, so does Treebeard. At this point, I think I will 1, 2, 3, 4. Play Elda here. Faramir is great, but the willpower is not going to be really important until next round. And I'm going to pay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to put a Gandalf in play. We'll drop my threat down to 12. I know I have enough damage for the Hill Troll. That shouldn't be a problem at all. So there's 1 in play, so I'll request for 2, 3, put the resource on himself. 4, 5. Alright, so worst thing in the encounter deck is 5, which means I need 6. Two, 4, 6, 8, 10, 14. I can send Gimli to make mine 7. And if I get another enemy, Gimli just readies. Despair. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4. What a tragedy. And so I sent 7 against 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. My location is gone. I am going to engage the Hill Troll. It's a shadow card. Treebeard will defend again. If it's plus damage, I can survive by healing with the Warden. It is nothing. It's the Brown Lance, the card that I was worried about questing into. So Treebeard is going to take 3 damage. He's still alive. Swing back. 2, 4, 6, 8, 12. It's another Hill Troll to the victory display, and we move on to stage 2 with absolutely nothing against us. Gandalf goes to the discard pile at the end of the round. These 2 attacked, so Treebeard is going to heal 2 damage when they're ready. And we're on to the next one. 1, 2. I'll play an Ent. Rearrange my board a little bit. Faramir next round, I think, for sure. And I will spend 2 to draw a card, just in case I get something interesting. Discard Faramir to draw another one. Play Daron's Runes. Okay, out of all of these, I think Out of the Wild is actually the least interesting option. Furiel protects us against way more encounter cards. The Door is Closed is not super impactful right now because the only thing in here that could come out again is the Dulguldur Orcs. But, I mean, it's not bad to be able to get rid of them. Yeah, maybe that was silly. I'll keep Out of the Wild and burn this copy of Door is Closed. I am still in secrecy, so worst case, I just play it this round and do something. Alright, so this stage we have to quest, we don't necessarily have to fight. So, 2, 3, put the resource on Rossiel. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 15. Yeah, let's do that. 15. I get 2 cards. And immediately I can, the Door is Closed. This Dulguldur Orcs instead of dealing with it. So that's not bad. I sent 15 against 2 from the wargs, so I make 13 progress. Gimli readies because we revealed an enemy. And I will engage the wargs. It's possibly going to be really obnoxious to deal with them. Yeah, I get 1 optional engagement, right? Yeah. Treebeard defends, and this is like the only time I will ever hope for a shadow effect. There's a shadow effect. You have no idea how annoying these are sometimes when you just sort of sit and wait and wait and wait for your chance to fight back. Well, anyways, Gimli, Elda here, kills the wargs. We refresh. Treebeard gets healed 2 thanks to these guys. And we move on. You get an extra 1, you get an extra 1. Let's play Faramir. I'll pay 1 right now for Out of the Wild. So I can get rid of something. This one is bad. I don't want to deal with that. Alright, so I got 5 things that are free in the victory display. So if this is keen as lances, I get some cool stuff. It's not. It's fine. Okay, so I think I'm going to push through to the ambush this round, which means I'll probably see 4 encounter cards. So let's try and be a little bit not too aggressive. So let's go 2, 3, 9. And I can pump that up to 13. Actually, no. Make it 11 with the option to go to 16, because if we do get any enemies, Gimli readies anyways. Alright, Necromancer's Reach, that possibly hurts 1, 2, 3, 4. Except the Ents will heal themselves, so I'm not super worried about it. And I did get an enemy, which readies Gimli. Alright, I send 11, there's 2, I make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, something like that. On to stage 3, where we get an ambush of 2 encounter cards, including my most favorite, Goblin Sniper. This does nothing. Okay, engagement phase. I will engage these guys, because I have no choice. Can't engage the Goblin Sniper. I will, while I'm thinking about it, heal these 2, because I like having clean heroes. Shadow effect on the goblins. It's nothing, so no damage to Treebeard. Just fight back with some Ents. Move on to the next round, get an extra resource, get a couple extra resources. These 2 healed themselves. I quest for a whopping 2, which does nothing. Engage this guy, he gets a shadow effect. Treebeard defends. Treebeard almost took damage from the sniper. We kill it, and we're done. I feel a little bad taking a deck that is actually reasonably good against a quest that is old, and possibly just very good for playing low threat against, because you don't have to deal with those hill trolls right away. And I definitely got lucky with that Banks of the Anduin sticking around as long as it did. That card is super helpful when you know what's coming on the top. But this is basically what the deck is designed to do. Like the other Secrecy decks, it swarms out a bunch of allies. We have the resource generation from Steward and Resourceful. We have card draw from the Rod of the Steward. We have a lot of shenanigans with Sneak Attack. overcosted allies like these Ents, and ways to boost willpower. I will say I did try this deck against some harder quests, and I had some atrocious luck. I used Out of the Wild 3 times against the Steward Sphere, and I did not see a location that I could remove even once. So I just got completely location locked because I wasn't able to boost up Rossiel's willpower. I mean, she was great as a defender once I had, you know, pulled out all the obnoxious brigands from that encounter deck, but it doesn't really matter very much if you don't have to fight them very often. Anyways, that's my Secrecy Rossiel with Folco Boffin support deck. I am definitely going to keep building with Folco, probably not with Rossiel. He just gets so ridiculous with extra hobbits. I mean, if Rossiel were Merlond, you know, you'd start with lower threat, you'd be able to keep him around for a round or two before you have to discard him in order to stay in Secrecy. It's a good deal. Alright guys, thanks for watching.